Action.
So, welcome back. How have things been since our last session?
I've been thinking a lot about what we talk about my family, my siblings, and all.
So, what is the problem that stayed with you the most?
Uh, I think when you said I've been carrying these feelings for a long time, and maybe I'm just carrying a lot.
Okay. So that really resonate with you.
Yes.
So, last session we talked about your relationship with your mother and how often you feel blame. How have those thoughts affected you this week?
Mm, for me, not only this week, all this time, I kept remembering situations where she always sided with my brother, and most of the time my mother kept blaming me.
So those memories come back strongly.
Yes, and every time.
So, can you tell me about your current life now?
My current life, I spend a lot of my time by myself, and I live alone.
I mean, like you live alone, like at your cousin's house or at your own house.
um I'm renting, and actually I do two jobs at the morning and evening to survive.
So, for how long you rent the house?
Maybe almost 2 years, 2 years plus.
So, can you describe how your feelings and can you describe about how you can stay alone, living alone at the house
Mm,
without your family, without your siblings?
Living alone, peaceful, peaceful but lonely. Like I came home every day just for myself. Nobody scolds me anymore, and nobody asks to.
So that sounds like a painful trade-off.
Yes, exactly. But somehow that's a good thing for me.
Hmm. Okay, so what is the hardest time of the day for you?
Um, at night, at my lowest.
So what happens at night?
So, at night, actually, not only me, we all overthink, grieving, and actually, we kept remembering, throwback all the painful things that happening to me, which am I not good enough, who I am anymore.
So what kinds of things that you always thoughts about when you stay alone? Like most of the time you think about it.
Always about my mother, because growing up, growing up, always a hard time for me and my mother. We not only survive, but we're actually working to survive without father figure. So actually a lot of things about my mother and myself, which means, am I wrong for thinking I need to walk away for myself instead of fighting for my own family again, fighting for my mother and siblings?
So, have you ever think about why your mom didn't protect you, or why you the one should leave the house? Have you ever thinking about that?
One of, maybe maybe for who I am, I think maybe my mom hates me because tattoo and all the things that I did before.
So before all the tattoos, your relationship with your mom is still alright or not? Before you did the tattoos thing.
Actually, I am the eldest daughter. So from childhood until now, all the responsibilities on me, and my mom kept ask me to be strong every time instead of the others.
So how about your other sibling? Like, do your mom did not question them for what they doing, if they do anything wrong, but why you are the one who need to leave the house instead of your brother, the man of the house?
Mm, Maybe because I keep blaming myself, and I think because of me that the things that made my family disaster and chaos and all include giving my siblings a bad roles for their future. Maybe, but actually my other side still thinking of what about all this time that I did better. Before all this tattoo and all, my mom still the same. Still keep pressuring me to success, handle my siblings, house chores and all. I can tell you, like, I'm being mother to my siblings.
So if you say that you take a role as a mother for your siblings, so how do you think about your mother's role in your family amongst your siblings? If you take the responsibilities as the mother, so what is the purpose of your mother in your family?
As I said, maybe because of my father. My father actually a drug addict, and he's not fully available for our family actually. So my mother, the only who work and pay for our bills instead of my father. A lot of thing, and my mother also working from morning till night, late at night, and do part-time job a lot to afford us. I think my mother also, it's hard for me to blame her.
So since you say your father are not there to fulfill his responsibilities, so since when you feel that you lost your father? At what age, and how do you feel about that?
Um, Early, around 6, 7 years old, actually, my father already in his work and missing a lot. Only my mother that handle us, and I'm help I'm helping her to take care of my brother and all. So I think since that since that moment teach me a lot to sacrifice myself,
So,
to accepting what my mother want us and want me to be.
so how about your brothers? Like when they growing up, you have older and younger brother, right?
Yes.
So how about them? Like, do they cooperate to help you to ease your job as a sister, and as like you said, as a mother, as a replacement for your mother? Do they ease your job to make your life to be good as now, or like they make you suffer, just like how you feel about your mother?
Mm, yeah, they have their own life, and actually they didn't really care about me, especially my oldest brother. He's married, and I have nephew. I have a really good relationship with my nephew, and he's one of my dreams, my goals to be better in life after what I've been through.
So if you have a niece, so like you said, he gave you the motivation for you to change. Besides that, what others motivation to make you realize you need to change to be a better person? What makes you realize, other than your niece?
Other, mm, for a long time, I think I start to realize that should be me, myself, to be motivation to be better, not because of other.
So despite all your problems, all the problems you have in your life, all the problems, all the sacrifice you make, what makes you, what gives you strength to motivate yourself to change? What is the factor that give you strength to change?
One of maybe independent.
So like you said, by being independent give you strength.
Yes, and it helps me to survive in different ways. not easy as others.
How about friends? Instead of you being self, like being by yourself, how about your friends? Do you have any friends that give you strength or give you moral support?
Mm, once I once I have,
Like an old days.
yeah.
So what happened?
Mm, maybe growing in this childhood made me isolate myself a lot. It's hard for me to maintain a good relationship, good friendship with others.
So, like you said, you are working. Um, so how about the feel of responsibility right now? Like you already left the family. So how do you feel about your responsibility for this moment?
Mm, it's hard to say that I don't want to look back. I don't want to remember them, but responsibility is responsibility, and I know what my mom sacrificed sacrificed for our family, what my mom did, and also my love for my family, even in this situation. And my feelings towards my family is actually hate, and I'm mad at them. But I told myself once I have financially stable, I want to afford my siblings, my family, I want to help them even from afar.
Have you thought about like a few seconds thoughts that you feel like you're mad at your family, your parents, your siblings? Have you ever you feel mad or feel like revenge, like hatred to them? Have you ever feel that?
Of course, sure, because human being, but I think at the end of the day, people will say, but she's your mom, but they're your family. So I can't do anything instead of be better, be better. So in my mind, just be better. If this version of myself with all this tattoo and my appearance right now give a bad image to my family. So maybe I'm the problem. So I need to be better in a way people should living.
So even though even though like your mom uh two-sided to your body, to your brother, give a lot of side to your brother instead of you. Mm, why? What courage you? What encourage you to still take the responsibility as a children of your as a daughter of your mother, even though you know, even though you feel she is wrong in doing her decision, but you still manage to realize that that is your responsibility to take care of your siblings or even your mother, even after what you feel about them, even after you feel hate about them, like you said, family is family, but what encourage you, what give you the strength to feel that way?
Because this is her first time living too, my mom's first life too, and so do I am. So maybe I'm not good enough. Maybe I'm not a good daughter. But in this life, maybe I need to be sad and angry for my mom to be happy. I'm just accepting like that and living. Hopefully, there's any good way coming to me.
So it's like you hope someday, after all the sacrifice you did, you hope that all the kindness will go back to you. Is that your hope?
Yeah.
So what do you think, if like at this rate you already changed a lot, you already changed your perception of your family, you thought in a positive way about your family, but still tattoos is not something that you can get rid of it easily. Do you think your mom still accepting you, or still disappointed at what have you done, even though that is something you cannot change at all?
Mm, my mom still always disappointed me. Even all this cannot change. So she always she always be her. But once in this life, I want her to know that how bad I have changed or be. Actually, I just want my mother, my own mother, to pat me, to ask me nicely what what I've been through, what people did to me. Am I really bad? I just want my own mother ask me instead of scold.
First of all, I don't think that you are bad in making decision or either bad for your wrongdoings. Everyone make a mistake, right? So like before all you do all these bad things like have a tattoo, of course your mom still blame you for what not reason, right? So you cannot just blame yourself, but instead, why don't you try, instead of you say you want your mother to understand you, you want your mother to communicate with you, but as an elders to the daughter and son, they have their own ego, they have their own feelings that they don't want to seek you for any purpose, but they want you to seek them for get any attention or any purpose from them. So don't you ever think that you the one should try to communicate with them, like you the one should start the conversation with them instead of you waiting for your mom to asking you about how you feel?
No, because all this time, all these years, when I've been gone, there's no time that my mother, the one who asked me to come home.
Like even for once?
No, actually, deep down in my heart, I just want she apologized to me. That's all. Only one words. Maybe I will crying and back to her. I'm just really miss my mom, but I don't know. I'm asking you back. Am I wrong for apologize for from my own mother?
So, like, this is just my personal opinion. Like, my personal opinion is they have their own ego, but that's not the right thing to do, to play with your ego instead of realize what you're doing is wrong. Yes, sometimes they do make a mistake, but we as a child we have brighter mind than them. So like you said, it's not wrong for you get the get the apologies from them, but when when they got older, their ego is not really consistent with their age. Like at their age, they don't think wisely because of their age. Like they do what just came from their feelings instead of thinking about the consequences that they had. But like you said, you waiting for your mom to apologize. Have you ever think that he doesn't know your number, he doesn't know how to contact you?
But my father did text me and asked me to come home, and I also contact with my younger brother. I'm also questioned why not my mother. Why what she's angry for? Who I am to her.
So have you ever think like at some problem, by time, like for a long time they will apologize, they will give you forgiven for what you're doing, but have you ever think like after you did the mistake, you just add the mistake, like after you, like an example, like you make your mom's angry, but after that she still didn't cool down from the problem you caused, then you add the problem by doing tattoos. Have you ever think like your wrongdoings give no space for her to give for to give forgiveness for you, instead of you stop doing all the problem and let the angriness calm down, instead of you give the angriness a lot and you add on the gasoline on fire. So have you ever think about that instead of you waiting for your mom to apologize?
Of course, I'm thinking that too. But actually, I already have a deep talk with my mother about my current condition, my mental health, and my emotion, up and down, messed up, uncontrollable. She know I'm also seek help from psychiatrists. I take my medicine and all, but I don't know in my mother's side, what in her eyes towards me, because actually we already have family session at psychiatrist
Like what?
family session, and doctor told my family about my emotion, explain about my trauma, my behavior. For at that moment, my family, my mom and dad accepting me, support, give motivation for me to improve myself. But after a long time, while I keep fighting with myself that have time I'm too good, there's have time that I'm always at my worst. My mother didn't have that consistency. My mother can support me for a long time. She's always disappointed back at me, and as people say, no one will stay for mental people, maybe.
Mm, for me, not that's not apply. That's not applicable for all people. Mm, have you ever think something else that makes your mom give up? Like stop from give the support for you? Have you ever think about why? Why did she stop supporting you instead of supporting you till you cure the all the illness?
I think maybe part of her didn't believe about mental health, about mental illness. A part of her still in denial. Maybe old school people always think like uh that just regular stress, just teenagers doing their behavior.
Like they don't believe that is a real thing, right?
Yeah.
Hmm. But even after what, after your mom hear it from doctor instead, it's not from you or it's not from your any friends, but it's from doctor. Like, did your mom still really not accept that you have the disease?
Yeah. But sometimes my mom keep pushing me to take my medicine. But sometimes too, she used back.
She used back like,
Like say I'm crazy. I'm the one who didn't take my medicine, and she like used back all the disease as weapon to me. So I actually don't know. Did my mom really love me, or my mom actually attacking me all this time?
I get it. It's like your mom cannot accept the reality that you have all this illness. Mm. So instead of all this weakness you think of yourself, of your from your parents, from your siblings, mm, have you ever think about your strength? About your strength, like can you identify your strength by yourself?
My strength, I don't know. Actually, I don't know. Maybe because I don't really wanna die. So that's my strength.
Like, can you elaborate that? Like, what is the meaning? Like, you didn't want to die. What is the meaning of that?
Um, I think maybe all this time I didn't see that because I did self-harm, suicide attempt and all to die anyway, but I'm still scared. I'm still scared.
Like scared to death or what?
Like I want okay, I want to take all the pills, drugs or anything.
At one time?
Yeah, but I didn't scared to take that pills. But I'm scared to die.
See.
How I'm going to that? How that will hurting me after that? So the maybe that feelings scared of scared of that make me strength that my strength to keep living.
So basically, you want to have a dead moment, but you're scared of the pain of the death, right?
Yeah.
By thinking of that way as your strength, maybe we can put it in a good way, like as long as it stops you from getting the suicide, it's a good way to put it as a strength. So like, don't you realize that other than that, your strength is you can self-motivate yourself by reflecting yourself that you also make a mistake instead of blaming 100% of your mother. Can you see that?
I don't really see that actually.
So you need to find strength in your life. You already have the strength, but you don't want to admit it because strength will always keep you alive by motivate you that you will stay alive for a long time. You will not die because of your illness. So other than that, your strength is your responsibility. Like after what you've been through, you still want to take a responsible after you manage to get all the wellness. You still want to give all the wellness to your family, right? So let's put responsibility as your also as your strength instead of you blaming yourself. So how about your courage? Your courage to stay alive at this rate.
I didn't have any courage actually, but right now I'm start thinking maybe this is my journey to know how living, that I'm not thinking of I want to die, but I'm start thinking at least I'm not die.
That's a good achievement at this rate. So anything else you want to add? Anything else you want, like you want to after all this conversation, like have you ever found your strengthness in yourself?
I'm start to see the side that I didn't see before from you. My strength, maybe because I kept blaming myself a lot, and actually I have hope for the others, the elder those, the eldest daughter too.
Okay, like all the daughters in the world.
Yes, my hope for them to don't stop, don't quit. Keep doing that for your family. because at the end there is something for you.
Like you put all this hope to all the women, all the girls in this world. How about your hope? Like what is your biggest hope within you and your family?
I want them. I want them to fly high, ibu and ayah, and my adik-adik also fly high, and just don't be like me. Don't be harsh to yourself, and don't be scared to fly high.
So today we explored your loneliness, your weakness, and your strengths. For next week, I'd like you to write down 3 moments when you handle a challenge successfully. And this is, you can thought this as a homework for yourself for our next session. Can you do that?
Yes.
So okay, that's all for today. Thank you.
Thank you for your concern.
You're most welcome. Banyak nyamuk babi. Aku tak tahan siap. Di bawah 41 minit.
Babi lah.